All right, so there's a new game mode in PUBG, and this is a labs event. This isn't a permanent game mode or anything like that. These labs events are just things that PUBG puts into the game that they're testing. When you go onto the main menu, you can just enter it. It's called the Intense Battle Royale. PUBG has done these from time to time from over the past few years, or many years actually. And it does seem like it's been a while since they've done stuff like this. I know that they're sometimes hesitant to put these into the game because it is splitting the queue even more. And, you know, PUBG has struggled with that over the years as people kind of leave the game or the player base goes down a little bit. There's still sort of a healthy player base, but obviously PUBG struggles with having multiple different queues, solo, duo, squads, and then having TPP and FPP, training mode, team deathmatch. But right now the queues were split for the launch of VIKENDI, and now they're brought back. So they're all just in one queue, so they can kind of handle having this intense battle royale new game mode. So I want to show you guys what this is about. Let's read what they have in the description of this. So this is TPP squad, minimum of 13 players, maximum of 16 players. And the rules are enjoy the quick, intense fun of late phase battle royale. So they're trying to give us the experience of a late phase. You just drop right in, get right to the end game. So the rules are that you engage in combat designated area of one of the battle royale maps. So it's just like a circle, kind of like you're playing in the war mode. It's just a circle picked out on any of the maps. Obviously you'll be penalized if you leave the area. You actually start with all 2 gear and a level 3 backpack. So 2 helmet, 2 vest. And then you start with 3 crates, 1 for an SMG, assault rifle, and a sniper. And you can unlock a random one of those weapons when you open one of those crates. It's like in your inventory. And then there's other supply drops and stuff on the map. There's items and vehicles will spawn on the map. And of course, the last squad remaining will earn the chicken dinner as always. Something interesting I saw about this is in the patch notes for this and for the announcement for this game mode, PUBG seemed to mention that this is something that they want to continue to bring back to the game, and they want to make different iterations of it. As compared to some lab modes in the past, we've only seen one time. They've been really ridiculous or kind of fun events. We had the blue ball mode, which actually came back twice, where there was like you held onto a blue ball and you could drive around in like invincible cars with a limited ammo. We had the arena mode, which was amazing. It was like round by round kind of Counter-Strike style, which is one of the coolest modes ever. If PUBG had a huge player base, I feel like that would be a must to have. It could be its own separate game. It was so tactical. You had to buy your weapons round by round. Really think that's such an amazing game mode. And there's been other game modes, so 2 circles or blue within a blue. But something that I've been talking about forever is that PUBG really needs a game mode like this permanently. And I'm thinking that they might be trying to do this with the Intense Battle Royale. And this is their first iteration, especially if they're saying that they're going to bring it back and they will make changes to player feedback. There's so many reasons why PUBG needs a faster game mode. Back in the day, they had 2 queues when they brought in Sanhok, which was at the time its smallest map, where you could play regular Royale or mini Royale. And there are smaller maps now that have faster experiences, but you can't individually play them unless you're in like Asia, where the player base is still really good. There's individual map selection, but EU and North America have not had map selection in a long time. And I don't think console ever had map selection. And what's frustrating about that is that you can't guarantee a fast experience in PUBG. The bigger maps can be anywhere from like 30 to 35 minute matches, maybe not exactly 35, but let's just say like 32 minutes for a match on Erangel, Miramar, or VIKENDI if you win that match. And I always kind of bring up League of Legends, and if you've in the stream, you've heard me say this 1,000 times, but PUBG's taken a lot of stuff from League of Legends, their rank system, their cosmetics, stuff like that. They've used a lot of inspiration from them. They've actually said that they've used inspiration from League of Legends. If I'm not mistaken, I think a few of the employees might have worked at Riot Games, which makes League of Legends. They have the regular game mode used to be really long. I think they shortened it, but it was like a 30-minute game mode, and that was the regular mode. But sometimes you're not in the mood to play a 30-minute game. And there's also a game mode in League of Legends where it's just like 10 to 15 minutes. And I feel like PUBG could desperately use a game mode like this for people, more casual players, or when you just don't have enough time to play, because 30 minutes is such a big dedication. And honestly, it's not just 30 minutes, because by the time you load into the game, you get your squad together, you load into a match, you drop and you win that match, that whole experience could be up to 45 minutes of your time for one game. And if you're busy or you have kids or you have school, you know, everybody's busy. That could be the only game you're playing the entire night. Maybe you have 2 opportunities to do that. And then say those games go bad or you die off the bat, then that's it for you. And I think that's why a lot of people find PUBG hard to get into, because the experience is so hardcore in the game, but then even the setup of the game is kind of hardcore. So it'd be a lot easier to tell people, hey, you can check out PUBG, this 5-minute match, this 10-minute match, 15-minute match, or maybe make it, you know, a 7 to 12-minute match, I think would be the ideal sweet spot. However, with this, I found that a lot of my matches, one of them literally took like 3 or 4 minutes. To me, that is way too fast, and it was very underwhelming. I mean, with a maximum of 16 players, you're already in the top 4, and a lot of my games are starting with 13 players. Immediately a few people would die, and then there'd be like 8 people remaining right off the bat, and then that's just one other team, right? So that's definitely a little underwhelming, and I think the circle could be a little bigger with way more players in it, and get the action going from there. Obviously, I don't know how intense it's really going to be, because we talked about this in chat, that a lot of the intensity of Battle Royale comes from it being such a long match. And same thing with League of Legends. When you're at that 30-minute mark of the game, the mistake you make becomes so intense, or the nerves, the heart rate goes up, because you have 30 minutes on the line, right? You've been playing for 30 minutes, no mistakes, let's say. One mistake in PUBG, you're back to the lobby, and you didn't waste that 30 minutes, but you didn't win. And that's why a lot of us keep coming back to the game. So obviously you won't have that in a shortened version, but if there's a lot of people and it's intense and there's a lot of action, it can really fill that void for people that don't have the time to play a whole match, people that just want to warm up really fast, people that just want to get right into the action, people that don't enjoy the looting phase of this game, because PUBG is a looter shooter, right? You loot first, then shoot or survive. There's so many different, you know, play styles that people have or prefer to have. So this could be, hey, I just want to get into a quick match, get some shooting on, get the Battle Royale experience, but in a faster way. So I really hope that PUBG continues to fine tune this. I hope you guys try it when it comes out. I'll be playing it on console. I tried on PC, and I was playing on there, but my skills on PC are just terrible. So if you see any of this gameplay, it was probably atrocious. And sorry if you hear my son in the background, he's having a blast. But I just wanted to make this video, get my opinion out on this, because I know the PUBG player base is struggling, and you could say, wow, won't this make it worse that there's just another queue? But I honestly think stuff like this brings people back. For example, I hadn't played League of Legends in like a year or 2. I probably wouldn't get on, because it's very intimidating being like a half-hour match. I haven't played, I'm gonna suck. People are just gonna own me. But then I can log in and play the 10-minute ARAM game and just feel like less commitment to the game, and it's easier for me to get in and enjoy that experience and get kind of warmed back into the game. So my opinion, this is huge. I really hope PUBG sticks with this, takes people's feedback, improves this, and it becomes kind of a staple in the game instead of just another lab event that gets tested and then gets put to the wayside. At least that's my opinion. Would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.